I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, this is what I have to deal with on a regular basis. I might have to ask for Dog Bear to come back and produce once again. But anyways, we are going to go into this game here with the UNA Purple Lions, or just Lions, actually, as I've been informed. Purple was back when North Alabama had 2 teams in college Halo, but we also had the wrong colors because, you know, Kish is just the best producer in the world. He's amazing. I love him.
You're talking
He's
mad
great.
smack right now. What are you talking about? He's great. He's doing great. It's fine.
Just unfortunate that chat can't hear what I hear, Monkey Man. That's all I have to say. We're fixing this in real time too. Amazing.
Oh man,
I love it.
That purple. Oh, that's nice. Look at
We're
that.
going with that purple? That's a dark purple.
Yeah, but look
You
at
know
that
what?
purple. Oh, it's nice.
You like the purple? I like the
Yeah, that's
purple
good.
too.
Look, that's a solid looking purple. Okay.
All right, lock in, Monkey Man.
I'm
UNA
locked in. I'm
are
locked all the way in. All right.
lead, And they get a 3-kill advantage from the Fighting Illini, who are trying their hardest to take down the number 3 seed in College Halo's 2026 season. These guys are our favorite for a reason, and Zenny's already gunning you down in the background.
5-1 is Zenny to kick things off immediately. Whenever you have to play a lot of King of the Hill onto Lattice especially, this first hill is deceptively difficult to unclinch because you have that nice little iceberg in front of you to basically provide an untenable fortress of solitude straight into the middle of the ice. And that is actually how quick things go. The Lions clear the bag and clear the way of this map away from the Illini, and the Illini get at least a couple of frags. I need Zephyrael to continue doing Zephyrael things. They're 4-3, very decent, and they get this rotation to at least open up the double doorway, but Zeph is in fact dead. Thank you, producer. Going right over to him, but for UNA, feels like they don't mind that their feet are not on the hill first.
Oh, and Zenny's got a perfect head glitch. Paper Bag cannot finish him off, and Odin's there to clean up the kills. So, unfortunate for Paper Bag, couldn't quite take down Zenny. But that was well played by him to be a nice distraction, allowing Odin to get all the way across the map and putting some pressure on him as well. Zephyrael trying to flank, going to take Odin down with 0 shields, but I don't think anybody on his team is there to clean up the damage. And Zenny is going to fly right on by Zephyrael, but he's going to get a little bit of help from Stanley, and Stanley finishes the kill. And North Alabama already getting close to 50% capture on this second hill, and the Fighting Illini just have not been able to cross the 50-yard line very often.
Super sprinting through much of this, and I mean Stanley hasn't really had to do too much more than just navigate his team around. 10-3. Zenny looking like a monster, and the Lions looking like this pride is going to hold intact. Odin does eventually drop, but that really is just all of a telltale sign that at least the rotation is coming through from out of Illinois. They do at least leave a sliver. Now, I've talked about this in previous broadcasts as well. You leave that little bit, assure yourself at least one man will lurk behind for that hill as you rotate forward. But you have to make sure you actually complete the hill, and confidence is one thing, bluster is another, but they know that they have a lot of time on it. They just trust themselves to be able to get the job done. So far, so good for Goonsy, who's trying to fight off at least a couple of extra Lions, but then they end up becoming a pinata with a concussion. CTE here for the Illini, but they're still holding on to this hill.
I think we just saw a preview of the Artemis 3 mission. Somebody straps a couple of rocket boosters to the feet of Gincy there, unfortunately. Paper Bag trying to stay alive inside of this red stair spot as well, but he is going to get found out as the purple Lions are already flooding into the hill. Paper Bag and Comic are trying to do what they can, but Odin, a one-man kill squad, takes him down and caps that hill. He gets 3. Can he get 4? No, he can't. Zephyrael gonna finish him off, but Kill Jixie says, hey, come back here. That was my buddy you murdered. I'm going to murder you in return. No, he doesn't. Zephyrael says, hey, buddy, I killed your friend. What are you gonna do about it? Sends him to the death screen.
Counter murders all the way traded around, but this third hill will at least be punctured up here by Illinois. Zephyrael unfortunately fighting a fight that just is not going to be in their favor in a 1 versus 2 from high ground to low. So they end up dropping out. S7 still in the hands of Stanley, who has now come awake and alive. They will use their last bullet to at least just fan it out in a way to let them know that there's at least some pressure coming. They do lose that fight against Paper Bag. They'll get that extra little jet, maybe reposition if they need to. 3 players go down. This third hill, very much in control of Illinois. They control this blue lane very effectively. No one's getting into green room at all anytime quick. Zenny wants to try and at least correct me alongside Odin as they go directly to that fight, but that won't happen as hill number 3 quickly is acquired by the Illini.
Nice job by the Illini, not going quietly in this game one bit. They do manage to take one hill away from the number 3 team. Perhaps maybe the North Alabama Lions do bleed just a little bit, perhaps. We're going to find out, as it will be the fourth hill, of this game. And this one is a doozy to take. It is wide open. You have no cover when you're trying to cap this hill. And if you want to get it, you have to expose yourself just a little bit to some unfriendly fire. Stanley holding things strong inside the back blue, but a couple of shots from Zaphael, who managed to get on the flank, getting past a couple of members of the UNA Lions. And Paper Bag, along with, I think that was Comet, tries to take him down, but all 4 of the Fighting Illini get taken down very, very quickly. And Odin, it took him a couple of tries to get back on top of this hill, but he is going to do so. And the Fighting Illini are going to have to get another attack plan going to try and take this hill away.
The way that Odin jumped up there, it looked like uppies from a small puppy, but eventually
I want uppies.
Yeah, just eventually got there. But this has still been at least 2/3 acquired from UNA as they hold this S7 hill. One of the most difficult in all of Lattice to really control because of how exposed it is that you just basically exist on that platform. But this really changes the entire identity of this map once you control spawns, especially down in distance to the south side of it. So hill number 3 is all of a single step from being picked up. S7 to be acquired as well. Odin gets a double kill, 12 and 9, trying to join the likes of Zenny for having that positive KD and do so. They'll clean up the rest of Paper Bag, and they're trying to clean up now all of Illinois through this opening map. This has been 3-1. We go to hill number 5, just on the outside. I believe that is a B. No, sorry, opposite side. You got crates to try and hold on to. And this can be tricky because basically you can be bombed out of this backside corner, which we just saw Exhibit A from Zenny.
It's all going to come down to this crystal control. You really do not want to expose your flanks, your rears, if you will, to somebody spawning all the way in back blue. And fortunately for the Fighting Illini, they are all spawning over in red base. Zaphael getting taken down by Kill Jixie. Stanley taking down Paper Bag as well. Means that this attack is going to get stalled out and potentially go absolutely nowhere, as Comic and Gunsi are trying to push out of ice. Odin is the only thing standing in their way. He does fall, but Zenny gets a nice, easy double kill layup from all of that damage, and kill Jixie as well with the sniper rifle is going to clean up 2 more. 3 go down momentarily for the Fighting Illini, and the Purple Lions are set and ready to finish off this final hill and close out this first game.
And Illinois definitely has at least answered the call to competition. The problem is that UNA has basically been swarming all over them. That probably is going to be the last team fight unless they have anyone to have some kind of objection from outside of Crystal, but that is just not going to happen. 4-1. 1 hill grabbed, maybe all of a misnomer, but Illinois at least snaps at the hand that feeds, but UNA had the lion's share of the food. They'll take the series lead early on, 1-0.
Yep, North Alabama Lions, no pushovers in the slay department whatsoever. And in game 1, they heavily outslayed the Fighting Illini in that Lattice King of the Hill. So can they do it again, or will Lightning, in fact, strike twice for the University of Illinois? Well, UCIC, but you know what I mean.
Well, to begin things anew, oh my goodness, UNA, they end up losing a couple of early players, and Illinois, they will end up having active camo first. Oof. Doesn't matter. Okay, that nade exposed them, and then shock rifle did the rest. Killed Jixie, finding a couple of first kills as they're looking for another target to acquire and taking an opposite route, taking at least the road less traveled up towards top gold of this Slayer. They do get that shock rifle early on, but it was surprising to see that they didn't vie to go towards the normal camera run. Kind of left it as a bait and switch situation, allowing Illinois to get there. 3 players. Top control room, and Odin is just there to haunt them from their flank.
Yeah, they can't go anywhere outside of White Tower, and Odin getting a nice flank in bottom mid does get cleaned up by Comet, but Zenny's already here as well. Paper Bag trying to use the sticky grenades. He has 1 more left in the pocket. Can he hit him with it? No, he can't. Zenny guns him, gonna take him down, and Gunsi gonna trade him out instead. 7-7. Or at least it was briefly. It is now 8-7, and North Alabama Lions are trying to run away with it. 9-7 now as Zaphael gets taken down by a perfect 5 from Odin. And so far yet, no one's been able to return those kills just yet. Comic all left alone. Another perfect 5 from Stanley, gonna take him down. Kill Jixie taking down Zafrael. Goonsey taking down Odin. But here comes a double-pronged attack. Out of the Fighting Illini, trying to take Stanley outside of Whirlpool, but he is dancing around this wall like it's a pole, like he's a pole dancer getting paid $50 to dance for everybody, and he gets to live for a brief second before the Fighting Illini can take him down. But it is still 12-11, and HailMonkeyMan, I think that's worth saying that the Fighting Illini still keeping this relatively close within 1 or 2 kills is exactly what you want to see if you want to see the Fighting Illini take one game from this strong North Alabama team.
Honestly, looking through the first 25, 26 kills and we're dead even, this has been very impressive. This is exactly the kind of play that you want to see from out of Illinois, regardless if they're deciding to be a dancer as a second career or otherwise. For UNA, they've got to see this as an opportunity to really move forward, because right now they actually have them on their heels. Love the clamor that we get from them out of Zenny. Get a little bit more aggressive. Take him out from top gold. That has got to be some extra information though, because they have at least 2 running from in that long haul, and then they surge directly onto the scene. Goonsey running for their life. It's not going to be very long. A quick double kill acquired by the Lions. What was 13 all became 6 points spread, the only one direction, and that's in the favor of the Lions.
It was close for a little while, but now the North Alabama Lions are extending their lead 22-14, and the Fighting Illini have to stop this from happening in some shape or way or form. That will be one way to do it, but Kill Jixie with the camo and snipe sees Zafrael, lines up the headshot, takes down his cranium with a lethal dose of electricity to the brain, and Goonsey is going to be next on the docket, but he gets to run away and live with his life for now. But Kill Jixie is still on the hunt. He's got plenty of camo left, misses that one, misses the melee as well, but gets to back up and live. But the camo has run out. He still has a full clip and 1 more shot left in the chamber. 23-18. The Fighting Illini are not quite out of this just yet, but they have to take down this power player, and they have to do so quickly.
Oh, they're not going to do it easily. That's quickly 2 down. Just beneath them, they have at least 1 more player to go. I think Comic is on their flank, trying to at least finish the job. They will finish them off. Even if it's a trade, it's a 7-point lead still gained right now from out of UNA, making absolute work and maximizing the value from that shock rifle. And a all too familiar position right now is Illinois, having to rotate from out of this control room and doing so at the behest of the Lions. But a quick double kill is at least one thing. Unfortunately, it still makes them on the negative side, as they will drop to an 8-point deficit against UNA. Feels like they're chasing tail right now. That's unfortunate, because Illinois feels like individually they found some solid fighting, but UNA is always acting in a 2v1, having that numbers advantage, and that's really what's been propelling them from the front. They're not leaving each other alone. They're having themselves a gun buddy. They're definitely walking in straights with them. In fact, just as they rotate into top gold here, you see all 3 of these players swarming to make sure that these spawns are forcing Illinois into much more uncomfortable positions.
Getting a drop on Kill Jixie, but it's not going to be enough. Comic and Paper Bag have been playing together for most of this match, but as you can see, it's all just purple in the kill feed. 3 go down again. Zafrael getting a return kill on Zenny Guns. He's going to need to allow a little bit of space for the rest of his team to spawn, but as you can see, Kill Jixie is just charging in, no fear. He just wants to get the beat down, and he's going to do so, and he's going to live. Paper Bag, not even aware of what just happened. He gets taken down by Kill Jixie as well, and Zenny is going to grab himself the camo, 41-28. And with that camo grab, you have to ask yourself the question, is that going to be the rest of the game? Kill Jixie cannot get uppies onto that ledge just yet, but he's going to hang on tight inside of this elbow on stairs. He sees 1, he can't quite get 2. The shot wasn't quite clean enough, but at the end of the day, it might not matter. Zenny gets a nice cleanup, but Paper Bag gets a return kill. Was that? Oh, okay. He's in White Tower. I did not realize that. I thought that was a team shot of some kind, but fortunately, Zafrael trying to dance around this particular pole, trying to show Stanley that he is actually the better dancer, but it will be Odin who finishes him off, and Goonsey takes down Odin. It's just back and forth, but 3 kills remain, Monkey Man, and we're going to wrap up this game.
Odin was painting a silhouette around that player. My gosh, just like chasing him away with his gun.
He got distracted by the gyrations of those hips, you know?
Oh, I would not say that on broadcast. But for UNA, we've got Illinois trying to at least keep track, but they will lose track off pace and off game. 50-33. Well, unless it was 35. I don't know. I didn't see the final number. All I know is that UNA right now has themselves in a nice 2-0 position. This map is unforgiving if you don't have mid control, especially around that other side of banana. You've got to be able to go for it. They're going to dive deep immediately, heading for the rocks. They sacrifice one. They go up long haul, and now they try to run that one through green. It will be the Illini with the rockets first, but you're going to have that overshield. They burn right through it. Same with the rocks.
Essentially a system reset on this map. But KillJixi already getting the sniper rifle in his hands as well. I think Goonsey is going to have the sniper rifle for the Fighting Illini, but he's over in tower having a duel against KillJixi. Odin also very, very deep, gets a nice stick onto paper bag. Have that for your chest as he gets a little bit of hot white goo on his chest and gets taken down. And Zafra, okay, I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay. Well, that fell apart very quickly. It is a Thursday night, and it's MonkeyMan and Revanite on the desk. What do you guys expect is going to happen? It's going to get weird. It's going to get freaky. It's going to get maybe a little sticky as KillJixi and Odin take down two. The third one trying to stay alive. Paper bag gets taken down. A double kill for Odin. He's going to grab the flag and he's going to send it home. Or is he? He dropped it, but his teammate was already there to pick it up for him instead, and it will be brought across the map, and that should be a North Alabama flag being captured.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of team fight that I was talking about when it comes to Empyrean. As soon as you win to that top platform, if you have a response off of that spawn, that's fantastic. But then it becomes back-to-back caps. You go cap for cap, and it's quickly transition, especially as they now have basically a wall ball relay race, throwing that pole and getting from basically back map all the way to center in just a second's time. G sliding their way with a ton of extra momentum and 2 caps immediately. It did not take but another 25 seconds for that to be acquired by North Alabama. For Illinois, this is about as bad as it could be. Still trying to be able to find some worth. You get from the grave stick to the chest. So Stanley and Odin will be waiting it out as KillJixi as well as Zenny try to hold the fortress. They do so. There's a lot of time for Illinois, but not if they allow UNA to basically run shop all the way to their back base.
Yeah, they're holding this right side of the map very, very well. Odin taking down to no shields, but will have to be cleaned up by Paperback as Goonsey is going to essentially play a different spot on the map, trying to maximize as much damage as he can. But we do have the power-ups and the power weapons spawning right now. That's a grenade he's going to have to wait for. But I do believe, yes, KillJixi does have overshield again, and the rockets were used again to nullify that advantage, and KillJixi goes down. But here comes the cleanup out of Zenny. Zenny takes down one. Can he take down two? No, a paper bag was in his way, and he could not see. And KillJixi trying to do what Zenny could not, and taking down this cardboard monster. Okay, there he goes.
It's very difficult to end up upending them, and right now, I mean, Illinois, they've at least been able to propel to the top end of that hallway. The problem is that they're also leaving some of their key components out on the map, and Zenny's absolutely going to profit from it. S7, slap him down. I think that man had rocks. I am not so sure what was in their hands, but it definitely looked like it was in the form of a rocket, which means there's even more toys on the board. This is priming itself to be basically a kill zone. You have Paper Bag recognizing they're not going to win that fight. That's going to be a sliding Spartan that is sent to the grave, and there's only a couple that are surviving, and now only one. Zafrael, the last remnant of defense. They're in the long haul, taking on a fight against Odin. Zenny's here to at least join them. This flag is on the move. It is a victory royale in favor of the UNA Purple Lions. See if they can be able to finish this one back to base. It's stalled for all of a second. It's within arm's reach to finally finish this fight.
I can barely tell what's going on because Zenny's POV keeps flicking back and forth, and it's making me go a little cross-eyed. But Paperback and Comet, this duo has been non-stop working together and doing what they need to do. Zafrael also taking down Odin to get rid of that killing spree, but KillJixi still taking him down. But I think that was Zenny who just got naded out by Goonsey as well, so that was a nice job as well by him. However, it will come down to, can the Fighting Illini just get across the other side of the map? They've been fighting for the most part on their side of the map. They haven't been able to really make a meaningful push into North Alabama's base. Now they might be able to do so as 2 go down for the Lions. Kill Jixie's all that remains for now, but he's brought down to no shields. Can Comic take him down? He can, but it's going to cost him his life. A good trade from Kill Jixie. Gunsey is going to get ready and poised to take this flag, but first he has to take down Stanley. But Stanley has a little bit of help instead. Stanley finishes him off with some help from Odin, who uses a battle rifle to take him down, and Comic's trying to fight Kill Jixie for this overshield. Kill Jixie is going to get it for a 3rd time. Does the Fighting Illini have rockets to counteract this advantage? They do, but Zephyriel taking down 2 wings. Kill Jixie is going to hold on to this overshield for quite some time. He's already in the flanks. He's on the back. He's in behind the Fighting Illini, and Comic is the first to go down. Gunsey going to get a little bit of lead into his cranium as well. Base God using this overshield to maximum potential, and Paper Bag not going to be enough to take him down because Odin and the rest of the squad have already pushed through Long Haul, and Kill Jixie going to toss this one up to his teammates, and he's going to look to put on more and more pressure onto the Fighting Illini. They have to get across their side of the map, but Comic going down. Zephyriel getting the trade. Can the Paper saying Zephyriel do it? No, he can't. The flag is already way too far away. No, it's not. Actually, the POV has got flipped in my head. So Kill Jixie trying to get this across Long Haul, but Odin getting a back whack on Gunsey. Can't quite get the flag across Long Haul. The rest of the Lions are there to receive the flag, and they do. They get it across. Can they get it into their base? They're going to. They're moving it. He gets taken down. The Paper Bag takes him down, but the rest of the squad is already there to grab the flag.
Oh, they got to be able to land the most perfect nade ever, and it's just not going to happen. They're going to turn this one into the bank, and that's a quick 3-0 investment by North Alabama. They will end up superseding their position up into 8-1, maintaining at minimum a 3rd rank